Hello and welcome. If you have been watching my channel for a little while or any of my other videos, you've probably heard me say that I'm going to kick Teddy out. Well, I can't bring myself to do it. I have fallen for him. He is so sweet. I initially just invited Teddy onto my island because I was like, oh, I need to have a jock so I can get the jock reactions. I'm getting bored of my personality types because I have the same few in all my villagers. Oh, like I'll just have a jock for a little while and then I'll get rid of him. Well, I can't. Okay, I've really fallen for him. He's just become, a permanent resident of Opulence. We just love him so much. So he is going to be staying. And since he's going to be staying, it's time to redecorate his house because, while it's not bad, it's not great either, and he deserves an upgrade. He is a full-blown permanent resident of Opulence now, so we just gotta get his house looking right. Without any further ado, let's get into decorating Teddy's house. If you don't know how to do that, you just come here and talk to Tom Nook about homes, and then he'll ask if you want to talk about your home or a resident's home, and you do have to pay a little bit of money. I find that the 9,000 bells, are totally worth it to redecorate their house, and you do get some miles in return, which is nice too. So far, I have redecorated everyone's house except for Teddy and Ruby, and I know you've all probably heard me say, like, if you've watched my past videos, oh, Ruby's not staying, Ruby's not staying. We'll see if I end up falling for her the way I fell for Teddy. But I think I want to replace her with Cleo. I think she's super cute. If I do replace her with Cleo though, then I'll have 3 horses on my island, and that feels really excessive. But Cleo is just so adorable. I really love her lavender color. All right, here we are in Teddy's house. We are going to redecorate it. We're going to start with the interior. I usually do. And to be honest, his interior isn't terrible. It's just a little boring. And a lot of the furniture isn't functional because it's really crammed up together. I really wish that you could make their houses a little bit bigger, the way you can expand rooms in Happy Home Paradise. But you're kind of stuck with this really small space, and it's okay, it works. I just wish I could make them a tiny bit bigger so I could fit in, partial walls and things like that a little easier. I always start with removing everything to get a blank slate and then replacing the floors and walls. So let's start with finding a floor and wall that works. This takes me forever. I always go through like 10 different options. And honestly, the log cabin feel is a good one. I think I might leave the wall and just change the floor because this cork floor is not doing it for me. All right, I looked at a couple different floor options. I decided to keep the cabin walls because I'm going to keep the outside of his house like a cabin. And I think I'm going to go with this stone floor. I just think it looks nice. I wanted something simple, but I didn't want to do wood because I don't want it to be too much wood. I think I'm going to start by throwing some of the essentials in here. Like he's going to need either like a futon that can fold out into a bed or a bed. I try to give my villagers everything that they need, even though I know they don't like need a bed or things like that. But it just makes me feel bad if I don't give them, all the necessities, the bare necessities. Sorry, I'll stop. So I'm just going to go through, look at the furniture, anything that catches my eye, I'm going to throw in here. That way I get a feel for how much space I'm going to have and what I can truly have room to include. He had a lot of this log furniture beforehand, but I think I wouldn't mind changing up some of the colors and stuff on it, choosing new patterns, things like that. I usually try to pick one of the patterns from Sable's patterns and kind of use that frequently throughout the room. I just feel like it makes it a little more cohesive when I do that. This vine hanging chair, this might be a great place for him to relax his sore muscles, I'm going for a little bit of a lumberjack feel, which is that a little bit predictable? Maybe. Does that really go with what Teddy already has going on? Absolutely. I want to throw in some of the mushroom stuff in here too because I don't feel like I get to use it very often. We might end up changing that mushroom from the red one. Maybe he has some mismatched stools at his table. I feel like that would be really cute. Maybe he doesn't care like too terribly much what his decor looks like. He's more focused on functionality for the most part. Man, we absolutely do not have enough room for everything that I would like to do. Oh, this is so sad. I want to put so much more in here. I want to do so much more with it. Come on, Animal Crossing. Let me make their rooms bigger, please. Right now, I'm debating between this open frame kitchen, just something very industrial and functional, or this little outdoor kitchen as an indoor kitchen. I don't feel like Teddy is someone who cooks very often, and since I'm going for kind of that lumberjack feel in here, oh man, I really like this avocado one. I just feel like it might stick out a little bit too much. So maybe, maybe not. This is a perfect time to use the mushroom light. This is a perfect time to use the mushroom light. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I can see him having like a retro TV. Maybe he doesn't watch TV that often, but you know, he's got a little something. Ooh, the wood burning stove. That could be a good option, or a fireplace. Either one of those could be really good options. I would love to give him like a bathtub, like, you know, he goes out, works out, gets really sore, comes home to a nice bath, but none of them look quite right. He had this fan palm in his house beforehand, but I think I'm going to replace it with this cypress tree just to, you know, shake things up a little bit. Also kind of makes me think of the woods, which is kind of what we're going for. As I'm scrolling through all the furniture, I'm also keeping my eyes peeled for anything that I might want to put outside of his house, like a little barbecue area or something like that. Teddy is a jock, so I definitely want to give him some workout stuff, but I think I want to put it all outside just to save space in here because a lot of it is really big. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a terrible sneeze. I'm gonna have to hear that later when I edit. Oh gosh, that's gonna be gross. Oh, canned fish. Yeah, we gotta go with this option for sure. I have a ton of stuff in this room to get started with. Dare I maybe even say too much stuff to get started with, but we're just gonna have to inch it around and kind of make the best of it until I can kind of get some things where they're gonna stay. This is what we're looking at so far. It is ever so slightly cramped, but as far as the kind of mismatched little stools over here go, I'm really liking it. I had to get rid of the fireplace. There just wasn't room for it at all. And I want to put a little stack of books over here. Like maybe this is like a little reading corner for him, because I like to think that Teddy's not like a stereotypical dumb jock. You know, he enjoys reading and doing other things too. He's not so one note. I also want to find some cute little like food dishes to have on his table. Like maybe he's planning on having some guests over or something. Maybe a little spice rack to go on the table. Whenever you are like living in like a cabin and you don't have a lot of room, you kind of have to store things everywhere. So I'm kind of going for that vibe too. I need to set something on top of the TV too. Ah, yes, candles. That's what I was looking for on top of the TV. I think this is the one that I want, with the kind of flowers pressed into it. If I can find room for a radio, I would like to do this antique radio. If I can find room for it. If not, it's not a big deal. Or the camping radio, that could be a cute option instead. I'm going for very like brown and green and like a few pops of red, but not so much that it's like Christmassy. I moved a few of the small things around and now I'm realizing that I think there needs to be like a rug somewhere to define like one of the areas. Otherwise it's looking a little too open for me. So let me find a good rug real quickly. Oh, this brown argyle rug. No, it couldn't work. I was gonna say could work. No, it can't. It's not right. Cow print rugs. I did put one of these in Coco's house already, but I think they're kind of great. I kind of like that there. That's definitely an option. The glowing moss is also an option. Oops. Just because, you know, mossy, woodsy. It's a little too long for that area unless I pulled the table out, and I don't think I want to do that just because there's, you know, not a ton of room everywhere. This under here could just make like a nice little reading nook area. That's super cute. That's an option too. I could always do that and then do the cow rug under here and not do a rug under this area. Here is what we're looking at right now as far as rugs go. I tried putting a rug just under the like living room area and it just didn't look right to me. So I think we're gonna go with this. And I added some extra like food storage over here. Like maybe he's gonna hibernate, so he's really gotta stock up. So I thought that was like a cute little detail. But so far I'm kind of liking this. Let me turn this rug and see if we like it. No. It was much better the way it started out. That's perfect. But it's time to add ceiling and wall stuff, which I think really makes the place come alive, and I'm really excited to get to that part. Let's start with ceiling stuff just because it's a little more simple, you know? There's not too many ceiling things that we can fit on here. I kind of like this like enamel lamp. Maybe this will go over the little kitchen area or the little dining area. I think a little bit further over. Oh, that's cute. I like that a lot. And maybe we need either another one of these. It being such a small space, I feel like it would look a little silly if they didn't match. So let's go ahead and get one of these and kind of put that. I don't know, maybe that's too many now. Maybe that's too many now. Maybe that looks silly. Maybe we put one just over this little area and then we do some of those iron wall lamps other places. That could be cute. Of course, I plan to throw in some vines and this glowing moss that's hanging. If I can find like a darker green. Ooh, I don't know. We'll throw this in here. No, I think that's just too bright. I don't think that's the right vibes. Sorry, you're not staying. Let's put some of this over here. We're really turning this corner into kind of an outdoors, indoors kind of section, if that makes any sense. And then we'll kind of put some more over here just to tie it all in, make sure there's not only one group of vines. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I really like the wood stove. Oh, it's coming together. Let's do the wall stuff. Let's do the wall stuff. I mentioned wanting to do some of these iron wall lamps in here, definitely the black ones. So let's throw a couple of those in. And he had this wooden clock beforehand, and I like to keep some of the stuff that they used to have in their house. Maybe we'll do like a different wood. Maybe nah. We'll do the regular wood. I was gonna say I like to keep some of the stuff that they used to have in their house just to feel like I didn't take away everything they know and love. I always like to put a little light switch, you know, just stuff that would realistically be in a house. I find it's very good filler for like areas that it would be weird to put something else in. Oh, I really love this little shower set, especially in the copper. Oh, I wish I had room to like give him a little bathtub area, but this room is just so small. Oh yeah, we gotta do this key holder. I feel like Country Poke, we always got a lot of keys. We don't even know what they go to, but we hold on to them because they might go to something and we might need them someday. He had this in green in his house last time. I think the green one is a good choice, so we're gonna throw that back in here. This feels like enough stuff all over the walls to be getting started with. Let's move this clock somewhere a little more centrally located. And I think these guys, or at least one of them, should kind of go over the kitchen to be a little kitchen light, and we might not need the second one actually. Let me see how it looks. Nah, it might be excessive to have both of them. Just one to go over the kitchen might be the best idea. And that fan might go away actually. The keys, usually you keep your keys kind of like hanging by the door. So we'll slap those puppies over here. Oh, I love it. It's coming together. That's everything up on the walls. Let's see how it's looking. It's a little cluttered in this corner, but I kind of like it. I think it's a nice clutter. I've just got Teddy popped in here really quickly so I can kind of see how he looks chilling around in different places of his house. Oh, it's so cute. Look at him. Oh, he's gonna love it here. Let's move him onto the couch maybe. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm loving how this turned out. I also have a nice amount of like open space in here just for him to walk about, which is really nice. I try to leave them plenty of open space. In fact, I'm going to walk around in here really quickly. And whoop, there I am. I'm going to walk around really quickly in here and make sure this, okay, this is not a sidestep. He can walk through here. That is very important to me because I don't think your villagers can sidestep. And if you leave areas where they have to sidestep, they just won't go in there. I went ahead and moved the mobile a little bit higher. I felt like it was like a little bit awkwardly low. But I think we are done. Oh my goodness. Oh, the lighting. I always forget to work with the lighting. Let's see if we want to change that up a little bit before we do anything else. I just went ahead and dimmed the lighting. That way we can cycle through like on, bright light, or a dim light. I like to have that third one dimmed because there's already a bright light on, so I could kind of go through and mix and match as you come, because I'm pretty sure you can change their lighting when you come into their house, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm a liar, I'm sorry. But this is the final look. I think it is cluttered but simple, and it's cabiny and a little bit like, you know, vintage, just what I have kind of vibe going on. I really love how it turned out, and I think Teddy is going to love it. But we are not done. We need to finish up the exterior. We need to decorate the exterior, but we also need to like decorate his yard. I highly doubt we are going to change much out here. Let's give him a green door and let's throw a little wreath up for him. Either this one or just like the stick wreath. It just sticks. I kind of like... No, I kind of like just the stick wreath. I'm having like a massive inner debate right now. We're just going for the stick wreath. I think it's so funny. But we are going to change that door to be green to give him a little more personality on his house. And I think we will leave the roof as is. This is going to be the final look for the outside of the house. We really just changed the door and I think it looks really great. I kind of liked his house as is already because it was a log cabin, and then I went for that log cabin feel inside. So we are all done now, and I'm going to time travel to the next day. That way everything is, you know, officially changed at Teddy's actual house, and we're going to decorate his yard as well. I have a pocket full of stuff that we might want to use to decorate his yard. I mentioned wanting to put some of his exercise stuff out here. So, he doesn't really have much yard, and I might need to dig up these potatoes just to give him some more room over here. I only put these little 2 bushes instead of giving him like a full-blown fence, just to not take up too much space. I had this garden lounge kind of out in his yard beforehand, and I think I really like it. I think we're gonna keep this and a little log stool next to it so that he can have a little drink on there. I brought a can of apple juice. This is gonna look so tiny. That looks so tiny on there. And I want to keep this walk throughable, so we might move everything just over a tad. There we go. That is precious. A nice little place for him to just kind of relax after he's been overworking his muscles and stuff. I also will probably want to put a cedar tree back here at some point. Maybe like right over here. But we'll do that after we kind of throw everything else down and see where we have room for it. Teddy had 2 orange roses in his yard beforehand, and I just can't think about his house without them, so those orange roses are gonna go back. And I might even add in a few more flowers after this. This is something that's kind of smaller that could go in his front yard. Like maybe he was... Teddy, get out of my way. Maybe he was just out here doing some reps and then left it out here. Yeah. There we go. Nope, back where it was before. Let's go scoop up some more orange flowers and let's go find a cedar tree that we can steal because I'm just kind of feeling the cedar tree vibes. Teddy, are you thinking about moving away while I'm decorating your house? I'm literally working so hard for you. What are you doing? This tree still grew with a tiny tree behind it. That is upsetting. Hopefully the other ones don't do that. I guess if they become full-grown trees, that's not like a huge issue. Now we are officially done. I did a little bit of trial and error with time traveling with the trees. I think I got them where they're gonna stay. Made a little birdhouse. Got some little firewood out here so he can keep his grill going. I know you use charcoal on a grill typically, but Teddy is a woodsman. He's using apple wood to smoke some things on the grill, okay? And I just think this turned out so good. I love the inside, I love the outside. It's pretty simple, but so is the rest of my island, you know? That's just kind of how I roll. I don't want to make things too cluttered or too difficult to walk around. I think he has some gym bro stuff. I think you can tell it's a cabin, and he's, you know, a cabin dweller. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had so much fun making it, and I genuinely think everything turned out exactly how I wanted it. Like, subscribe if you feel like it. If not, don't worry about it, and have a great day. Bye.